Three Little Pigs, Architecture, Elemental Defense, and Energetic Homes. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11-time published author, and this is the Symbolism series. You're watching the Redacted Magic and the Fairy Tale Code subseries. Today's case study is the Three Little Pigs. You've heard it since childhood. 3 pigs build 3 houses. One of straw, one of sticks, one of bricks. A wolf comes and blows down the first 2, but not the third. End of story? Not quite. This tale encodes deep magical truths about spiritual architecture, elemental defense, frequency stability, and how your home, physical, energetic, and emotional, is either your shield or your surrender. This is architecture, elemental defense, and energetic homes. Of all the stories in this series, The Three Little Pigs might seem the most childish. It's been commercialized to death, from cartoons to comic strips. But at its core, this is a serious and ancient tale, and its deeper meaning has nothing to do with laziness or hard work. It has to do with frequency integrity, energetic structure, and the power of built environments to either protect or collapse. Let's walk through the version most of us know. 3 pigs each build their own house. The first builds with straw, the second with sticks, and the third with bricks. A wolf comes and blows down the straw and stick houses with ease. But he cannot blow down the brick house. He then tries to enter through the chimney, but is burned in a pot of boiling water and retreats or dies, depending on the version. What does this sound like to the untrained ear? A moral tale about hard work. A fable about planning ahead. But to the trained symbolic reader, every material in this story is an elemental frequency, and every house is a metaphor for the energy body. Let's decode the materials. First, straw. In symbolic systems, straw represents air and dryness. It is light, loose, and unstable. Straw cannot form resistance to external pressure because its structure is not cohesive. In many agricultural and spiritual traditions, straw is used to absorb, feed, or burn, not to defend. The first pig's straw house represents a low-density frequency field, an aura or energy body that is easily penetrated, reactive, and without grounding. This kind of person appears carefree, but lacks boundaries. They are energetically porous. Second, sticks. Wood carries symbolic power. It is stronger than straw, but still linear, separable, and vulnerable to pressure. A stick-built house represents slightly more form, more structure, but it is still insufficient. In magical traditions, sticks represent early effort, the beginning of will, or the attempt to shape energy. The second pig is trying to organize his field, but it's not refined. The house still collapses under assault. This is someone with partial shielding, perhaps some awareness, but without deeper spiritual integration. Third, bricks. Bricks are heavy, dense, baked, and geometrically aligned. In alchemy, fire transforms clay into brick. This is symbolic of refined will. A brick house is made not of gathered material, but of transmuted substance. The third pig has taken raw earth, subjected it to fire, and built something stable. This is spiritual maturity. A brick house in this context is not a mansion. It's a strong frequency field. Aligned, sealed, coherent. When the wolf arrives, this house does not fall. Let's decode the wolf. In nearly every fairy tale, wolves represent devouring forces. They symbolize predators, shadows, or spiritual parasites. In some traditions, the wolf is linked to shapeshifting, astral predators, and entities that disguise themselves. In this tale, the wolf is a tester. He doesn't knock politely, he doesn't seduce, he blows. Wind, in esoteric terms, is vibration. It is force without form. The wolf's blowing is symbolic of energetic attack, whether verbal, psychic, or environmental. The test is this: can your field hold when pressure comes? The first house collapses immediately. The straw offers no cohesion. The pig runs. The second house resists slightly, but then gives way. The pig runs. The third house stands. Now pause. This is not about pigs or pigs being lazy or diligent. This is about what you build your field out of: your habits, your relationships, your rituals, your mental frameworks. The wolf cannot penetrate the brick house, so he changes strategy. He climbs the roof. This shift is important. When predators can't get in through your walls, they try to enter through your crown, the top, the spiritual channel, the place where you receive higher communication. The chimney represents the vertical axis. In magical architecture, the chimney is the spiritual opening, the place where breath, smoke, and prayer ascend. The wolf targets that, but the pig is ready. He has a cauldron, a pot of boiling water waiting at the base of the chimney. Let's break this down. The cauldron is a symbol of transformation, the divine feminine, and magical containment. In Wiccan, Druidic, and Hermetic traditions, cauldrons represent the womb, the forge, and the source of all magic. Boiling water is symbolic of activated emotion, clarified intuition, or purified fire. It's not just water. It's water that's been worked. When the wolf descends the chimney, he is consumed by the transformational fire. He is met with prepared energy. He either dies or flees, depending on the version. In both cases, the result is the same. He is rejected by the alchemical defense system. Let's map this symbolically. Straw checks porous aura, no shielding sticks, Sha'is early energy work, insufficient form. Bricks, Sha'ins refined self, tested by fire. Wolf, devouring frequency, shadow attack, blowing, vibrational destabilization. Chimney, spiritual access point. Cauldron, prepared feminine force, boiling water, emotional mastery. This story is not about building materials. It's about energetic architecture. The pigs represent stages of development, how people build their lives. The story says, attacks will come, shadows will test. The only defense is a field you've built through effort, transmutation, and intentional alignment. In redacted versions, the pigs are often made cartoonish. The wolf is comical. The story becomes a moral fable. Be diligent, don't be lazy. But that misses the spiritual code. The deeper message is that your home is your field, not just your physical house, but your inner temple. What do you build with? Do you patch yourself together with straw, stories, avoidance, distraction? Do you gather sticks, tools, but without depth? Or do you face the fire and make bricks, real form, from transformed material? Only the third pig survives the full cycle. Only he prepares not just walls, but a spiritual defense. The cauldron waiting beneath the chimney is not coincidence. It is ritual preparedness. It tells us, don't just seal the doors, seal the unseen openings. Prepare your vertical channel, refine your fire. Because when pressure comes, and it will, your house either falls or it holds. Let's summarize the magical instruction encoded in the 3 little pigs. Build your life with transmuted material, not unformed distraction. Defend your field with coherent structure, not improvisation. Expect the wolf, spiritual predators will always test wind as force. Sound, pressure, external attack. Your integrity is what resists it. Your chimney is your crown. Prepare it, or it will be hijacked. Boil your water. Don't let emotions sit dormant. Activate your feminine fire. The pig who survives is not just a builder, he is a magician. This tale isn't just about safety, it's about mastery of your energetic space. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas. 11 times published author, and School of Soul has just released one of our most requested deep dives, the Magic and Occult series. This series is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who know there's more going on beneath the surface, behind the media, behind the family, behind the system. This series breaks the spell and hands you the map. The Magic and Occult series includes over 200 videos on 1. Entertainment or ritual. Decoding mainstream media as mass spellwork. 2. Occult families. Spot them. How generational magic and ritual lineage hides in plain sight. 3. Occult symbolism. The signs, seals, and signals used to claim, curse, or command. 4. Esoteric symbolism. Layered meaning, sacred geometry, and encoded messages. 5. Law is magic. How contracts, courts, and language are rituals of power. 6. Spells and spirits. What magic really is, and what happens when you use it. 7. Covens and lodges. Where modern ritual happens, and who's involved. 8. Destiny swapping. How rituals steal timelines, talent, or soul contracts. 9. Energy harvesting. Spiritual parasitism, and how to seal your field. 10. The clairs. Your intuitive senses. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and more. 11. Become magical. How to strengthen your gifts, protect your mind, and wield conscious force. 12. Miracles are real, divine intervention, faith portals, and supernatural reversals. 13. The chosen ones. What sets them apart and why they're always targeted. 14. The black sheep, the generational breaker, often isolated by design. 15. Targeted individuals, spiritual and technological targeting of aware souls. 16. Gang stalking, organized spiritual and psychological warfare. This is the most revealing, most spiritually advanced, and most protective series SOS has ever released. If you've ever felt something was off about this world, this will confirm it, and prepare you for what comes next. Your protection begins with knowledge. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault.